So it seems that sexual harassment is everywhere. It is clearly not a right-left issue. And that apparently is sinking in with some who defended Bill Clinton, who are now doing some soul searching. Clinton was famously accused of numerous sex crimes, most notably and most horrifically, though, the alleged 1978 rape of Juanita Broaddrick. For years, many dismissed her story and the stories of the other accusers. But this week, the tide began to change. Michelle Goldberg wrote a New York Times op-ed titled, "I Believe Juanita," which prompted this from Juanita Broaddrick. Hell has definitely frozen over. Jessica Tarlov is senior research director at Bustle.com and Fox News contributor, joins us once again. Good to have you back.
Yes, thank you.
You look at this. Chris Hayes said this. Chris Hayes from MSNBC, as gross and cynical and hypocritical as the right's "what about Clinton" stuff is, it's also true that Democrats and the center left are overdue for a real reckoning with the allegations against him, meaning Bill Clinton.
Absolutely. Matt Iglesias at Vox also wrote a piece to this effect. And if you're on Twitter as much as I am, you've seen that this is rampant. And there are many who are in the Clinton camp who are also discussing it. And I think that it's critical. I believe this was actually a crucial issue for Hillary Clinton during the election. It's something that certainly has dogged her throughout her career. If someone's going to stand up there and say victims have a right to be believed, that's a period, end of sentence. And then you have to return to the fact that there were a number of women who accused her own husband of this. I think it's unfortunate and I think it's complicated. But this is a good time that, as you said in the opening, that because it's no longer a right-left issue, that maybe we can have a productive adult conversation about it.
One of the pieces I read on this today talked about machine feminism, that sort of, feminists, liberal feminists stuck by Bill Clinton in the most fierce way. And I think about the interview with Hillary Clinton and her saying, I'm not some Tammy Wynette just standing by my man, and all of that. I mean, it sort of comes back to you. Why do you think, obviously, there's just so much of it everywhere. And it I think is making people look at it very differently.
Absolutely. I'm not married. I don't know what it's like to have my husband, and let alone my husband, who is the United States, the President of the United States of America, be accused of things like that. I think it's incredibly complicated. We've discussed before what a difficult position Hillary has been in, that she's kind of hated if she does, hated it if she doesn't. If she had walked out of the White House and said, "First Lady out, I won't accept this behavior," the country would have been in uproar. She stayed, and people are in uproar about that. What I do think is important is that we have these conversations and also deal with the fact that, there are comments or bimbo eruption mistakes. And I think to some degree she has kind of owned the improper language that was used. I don't know what it feels like to have that happen to me. But at the end of the day, these were Bill Clinton's actions. She has now been accused of sexual assault.
Now President Trump marched out these women, and they were at the debate.
Can you even imagine sitting there and having?
And he, of course, had his own accusations with the Access Hollywood,
which he's not dealing with at all.
So, so all of that is out there, and people are looking at it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good to see you.